Welcome back to the Manor Entropians. Julian McBain here, and today we are in Orthos, and we are going to be doing a drone hunt. And the reason I'm doing a drone hunt today is because I came out here and I hunted a couple of them, but I don't remember exactly how many. And I want to know how long it would take to get to rank 2 hunting just these level 2 drones. So for those of you who play on a budget, you'll know what to expect. And it looks like we just got 0.5 at rank 1. So let's do it one more time. Oh, we got a B101. Awesome. The other reason is I wanted to come out here and farm some dodge skills. My dodge kind of sucks right now. Well, it's gotten better. Whoops, no. Not that gun. One of the reasons I like hunting out here is I can hunt out here for long periods of time. And, I don't have to pay too much attention to my health. I mean, you do. You have to make sure you don't die, but realistically... What is that sound? Oh, he was fading away. Okay. You don't have to, pay super close attention to your health. Or at least I don't. Eventually, everyone gets to this point, but in my current position, I don't have to pay too close attention to my health when hunting these. And so, because my evade and dodge are high enough. And so I love to just, low-key hunt here. I haven't done it in a while. I really need to do it more. I've been focused so much on trying to barrel through the Berry Clid challenge, which... I'm working on it. Oh, apparently I have an open reward. Ooh. Athletics. Gotta go for athletics. There we go. That should get me pretty close to my next health point. Now we're getting there. Oh, there's another one. Hi. These guys kind of remind me of the Cylons from Battlestar Galactica. Ah, shit. Wrong button. Oops. Yeah, I didn't make up for that shot. That's okay. There we go. We're actually kind of plowing through the percentages a little bit faster than I expected. I mean, this isn't super fast, but it's functional. And admittedly, this is rank 1, but still. Looks like someone's popping in with a sleep near. Audrey Stracer. Oh, Mexican. I think I know that. I not know that person, but I've seen that person hunting before. I'm familiar with the avatar. I don't want to get too close to the camp, although it looks like we got a couple of other players over here. Speaking of which... Shout out to MS Groza. Is there another player out here? I thought I saw a second one. There they are. And Sergey with Foundation. You're a freelancer. Okay. We'll leave them alone. I don't feel the particular need to PvP. Honestly, PvP in this game I'm not really huge on because it's largely just wasting money. You don't get loot out of players in most areas. I mean, yeah, I could be a griefer and just shoot them for the sake of shooting them. I think there's a set of skills that are really PvP related. but I don't see the purpose. .4. We're doing okay. So this new Codex system, it's something that I really need to dedicate some time to like really figuring out, but at the same time it's not super complicated. As you start hunting something, it adds it to the Codex and it provides you the what essentially is now the iron challenge for that particular mob. And then you get back and you do more hunting. And I like how it provides like some of the information that you'd find in the, like when you use the Investifo. Actually, you know what? Speaking of which, let's pull out our Investifo for a moment. I haven't done nearly enough of this. So, humanoid robot with a built-in firearm, always move in small teams. That is something I need to do more of, is work on my my scanning. Because there's a theory that the scanning, the Investifo scanning, actually builds your looter skills, your looter professions, which is what you really need in order to make, you know, high tier loot in this game. And honestly, I've just been too lazy to do it, which is my own fault. I mean, keeping in mind you have to constantly swap between the Investifo and weapons. Because, see, it takes almost 3 times as long. It's a more active gameplay, and oftentimes when I'm doing hunting at this level, I'm more passive. It's not like when I'm hunting at Club Royal and I'm actually, you know, completely at my level, or if I deliberately go in under armored at Sharp Claw Ridge, or is it Sharp Claw? I always forget, is it Sharp Claw or Sharp Talon? Just Sharp Claw, okay. There we go. Which reminds me, there is a cave. Was that the cave that, like, we got into and the levels of the mobs in there quickly spike? It was just, ugh. Okay, let's kind of back out this way. There we go. Ah, 67 peck. That's not bad for one of these mobs. Yeah, it's definitely slow going. Especially compared to... I mean, obviously it's going to be slow compared to the Berry Clay, because the Berry Clay have been level 12, and these are level 2. But I mean, if you've got the patience, you can definitely grind this out on low levels without any issues. It's not so slow as to make it not worth it. Now, that being said, as you go up in rank on this challenge, it's going to get harder. Or more accurately, it's going to take more of them in order to sustain your progress. But that doesn't necessarily mean that it's, you know, not going to work. Okay, it's just a B101. Speaking of which, do I have any up on this gun? No. So let's add the amp. Unequip. Amp up. There we go. That'll make things a little bit faster. I know, it's just a B101, but those B101s make a difference, especially when you're hunting at this level. You know, if you are out here hunting drones, or if you're hunting cods back at Icarus, amps do make your guns more efficient. But let's take a look at... Yeah, it's 58.4. I think baseline is like 54. Well, hang on. Let's actually take a look at that. So we'll unequip it. We'll detach the attachments. 57.3 versus 58.4. And no, that's not a huge difference. Oh, cool. Azure. But it doesn't have to be a huge difference. 1.5% increased efficiency when hunting at this level will over time be quite significant. Actually, at any level. You just have to have the patience. Yeah, reclaiming slowly going up. Oh, there we go. I'm like, why did I stop shooting at him? Because he was wreckage. He just didn't know it yet. My dexterity's going up a little bit. I mean, at my level, you're going to see faster gains. For people who are hunting at this area at level, you're going to see far faster gains than I'm experiencing. This is where I came to do a lot of my initial training. Like, I have spent hours, countless hours hunting here. Or actually, it was more... Because I did all of the CODs at Icarus. That took a long time. I did the Puny challenge. And I got as far as I did in the Berry Cliff challenge, and I did all the curbs. But I did spend a lot of time here. Initially, I tried doing the Iron mission here, and these weren't eligible for the Iron mission back, the original Iron mission. Obviously, they're working now. You know, it's not rocket speed, but it's functional. And for a new player, this is a great place to start building your skills up. And yes, it's a PvP zone, but don't worry about the PvP in Orthos. This is not the place that people PvP. I mean, occasionally you'll get someone who rolls through, and they'll shoot you once, and then you gotta fly back, and it's like, eh. Or, you know, you'll have to pull out your, Valkyrie and drive back. But honestly, it's not that huge a thing. And these guys drop more guns per capita than any other mob I'm familiar with. So, getting quite a bit of oil, which is good because my hover pod is out. Oh, where the hell did the... Oh, I usually carry this on me. Here we go. I mean, okay, 17 units of oil is not... of crude oil is not a huge amount of oil, but relatively speaking, it's an acceptable amount of oil. Shit, I could just hunt these guys to get all my fuel. I haven't put any money into mining recently. I really need to work on those skills. I do. I'll admit, I have poured everything into hunting. I'm fairly specialized, but at the same time, I would love to work on my gathering professions. I don't find it as engaging as hunting is, which, you know, that's on me. And I think the reason is because I've ground so many... Actually, you know what? I don't know the reason. There was a time when just, you know, sitting back and doing gathering was a fun thing for me. And it's just not anymore. I'm getting close to that thing that I'm really comfortable with, because I can tank a lot, but it's like in Warhammer 40k. If you throw enough bolters at something, it doesn't matter how big it is, it's eventually going to go down. You know, someone taught me that in Warhammer 40k, for those of you who never played it. There are, back when I played, and this was many years ago now, larger creatures were called monstrous creatures. And they had stats like any soldier, but they were of course inflated. But there was, no matter how small the weapon was, there was always a chance to hurt the enemy. It was slim. 1 in 6, you know, you had to roll a 6, because you roll to hit and see if you hit them, and you roll to wound, because they might be so tough that even though you hit them, they just shrug it off. And on monstrous creatures, you know, most standard weapons would only wound them on a 6. And in older versions, there were times when it didn't matter what you did, that weapon couldn't hurt them, although they scrubbed that in later editions from what I remember. And so what it became was, the best way to defeat monstrous creatures was to throw regular weapon fire at them, because you could just throw as many dice as they would put out. And I mean, Warhammer's famous because you roll buckets of dice in a single phase, and I'm not joking about that. Like, they came out with a rule to where one faction called the Imperial Guard could combine units for movement and firing, so people were fielding 50 guys in a unit. And then, if you're under a certain distance, each weapon gets 2 shots, and if you use a special ability and the unit hasn't moved, you can add another shot. So, you're talking 150 dice in a roll. And so the joke for Warhammer is, if you're playing Warhammer 40k, you know, you have a bucket of 6-sided dice on you, and you just pour the bucket out. Count up the hits. Let's back up. That was bad targeting. We are getting a good amount of... I mean, again, it's only 34 peck worth, but relatively speaking, that's not bad. You hear no complaints from me. Come on. I think what I should have done is I should have maybe set out a ped limit for hunting. Oh, I'm taking some damage. Might have to heal here in a second. Actually, that wouldn't be a bad idea. Is that thing spewing oil again? No. One can hope, can he not? It would have been cool if Mind Art kept the oil coming. I mean, it would give new players a reason to come out here and fight the drones, and you know, you could pick up the occasional oil drop. I know they got a place in Arcadia that works like that still, and actually you can do that out here, but it's consistently locked out by Ubers. So, you know, you can go make a run for the oil, but it's not, they're not going to let you have it. And it's a fairly modest amount of oil that drops too. Honestly, I've never been able to get close enough to figure out how to get the oil out. I've contemplated it. But I don't see the profit in it. Now, how many times do I have to beat my head against the wall in order to get, you know, a ped worth of oil? Whereas I can come out here and hunt these drones, and occasionally they drop oil. Calypso Flora design. Tempting. Yeah. Of course, I wouldn't shoot the Sleipnir with Bookins. That would be silly. If I was going to shoot him with a rifle, I'd pull out my LR-20, but even then, it's not going to do a whole lot of damage to a Sleipnir. Oh, but I have my quad wing. That would do damage to a Sleipnir. But again, I don't see the point in it. Why waste the ped? And then you get negative karma. Actually, I don't know if karma... Does karma count on planet? I don't know that it does. Anyone who knows, drop a comment. Okay. Checking my time, and then for some reason I thought it didn't start, and so I'm like, oh god, tell me I haven't been talking to myself this whole time. All in all, we're actually... Oh god, run. That is way too close to Drone Central. The sad part is, I could take out my LR-20 and, like, clean house. It would waste so much frickin' money, but it would almost be worth it just for the lulz. Because the drone maker would not be able to keep up. And there's a player theory that if you can wipe all the drones out, there's a chance that, you know, maybe Mindark programmed it so that if you get enough people here and you wipe all the drones out, the oil thing will start dropping oil again. Which, I don't think that's the case, but it would be a really cool Easter egg. I know, I'm easily amused. So, we're approaching the half-hour mark. When I checked the time, it was 22 minutes, and we started at 7% and we're at 42%. So, if you're doing hunting at this level, the first one you're probably looking at between an hour and 15 minutes. I didn't even think to count up how much pet I'm going through, although no, that's not going to do it. Now we've gone through about 10 ped. Which is a pretty good hunt for this type of level. So for those of you playing the home game, we've probably spent about it, because it's 8. I've gotten 887 in Shrap back, and I got 59 Peck in oil back, and I got a couple of guns. So yeah, I'm probably locked in at around anywhere between 10 and 11 ped. And so you're talking $1 to $1.10 for this half hour of hunting. And I'm recovering most of the money for ammo. So that's not bad. because a lot of that's also gone into skills. I would love to find a Gauss rifle that I can actually, you know, use. I'm a level 2, 22 Gauss rifle sniper. I've never picked up a Gauss rifle. Or Gauss rifle. First I called it Gauss, then I called it Gauss, because technically the guy's name was Gauss. Because he's a German, very German. But, But anyway, yeah, I've never used this Gauss rifle. I'd love to. I've used them in Fallout. Gauss rifles are amazing in Fallout. Fallout New Vegas and Fallout 3. Haven't found one in Fallout 4. Haven't played a huge amount of Fallout 4 either. Maybe I'll have to turn that into a series. Speaking of which, I need to do some time in 76. I think I'm running out of episodes. My Saturdays have been totally locked down recently, so my normal time that I spend to record has been wiped out like the last 3 weekends. And so I'm running out of my there's a word for it. My buffer. That's the term I'm looking for. My buffer's pretty much run out. So, okay, we're going to start heading back to camp. Icarus. My results are pretty good. For almost half an hour, we gained about 40%. And I think that's not bad. There we go. Whoops, not quite that close, dude. I need to get used to actually flying the aircraft again from inside the cockpit. I wish I could do this in the Sleipnir. Whoa. Oh, it's because I had both, or the right. Oh, maybe not. Oh, you know what? I bet I hit both buttons at the same time. Yeah. See, that'll do it. Okay, level out. Turn on course to Icarus. Check out the birds. That was really well done, Mindark. Props to you, Mindark. And I love how you have the terrain below. And it's actually accurate to what you're flying over. Now we're about to fly over this hill. And the lines are getting a lot closer because that's the terrain feature we're flying over. And let's deliberately fly over this. Yeah, see? It's showing the two buttes. I wonder what that is. It's not my altimeter. Is it? Oh, that is my altimeter. Okay. And it's an AGL altimeter. I did not realize these had an altimeter. That's really cool. I like how she's wearing a trucker hat. Okay, guys, that's all I got. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Please like, share, and subscribe down below. We are on the road to 13 million subscribers. One subscription at a time, so make sure you subscribe. Guys, thank you so much for all of your support. You all have a wonderful day.